And Optic have walked this path. They have done the hard work. They can break Seattle now, but they break nothing. Only Ghosty finds one kill. Time ticking. Ghosty finds a second. The clutch of Ghosty! When you need him the most, he arrives, but he falls! 8 seconds. It's a sprint. It's a run. It's a shot. He's a dive. He has to get into the point with 2.1 seconds left. He does it. They are in. Optic still alive, still breathing, still shooting.
You've got to be kidding. That's nutty.
With a control. Oh my god.
Wow. Not gonna lie, that was impressive.
From Optic, Texas. And it's a ghosty takeover series. What on earth was that?
3-0.
Mark has no right to challenge first, but you say, yeah, traded Sibs. Like, no, I've been stabbed in the back. Oh my god.
I knew it was a good idea to start at 7. I knew it. They're not gonna play at 7:30 now.
Statement 3-0 win. An absurd end to the control that closed the series. What a game.
Dan Ghosty the Mosty. That was outrageous, ridiculous, disrespectful, and disgraceful, all wrapped up in a three-piece.
I guess I'll go get my pizza started then. Right now.
Should have been traded. The second was incredible. If that was it. The third was a violation.
I don't even know how to break that down. My mind's went blank. It was just mental.
Everything.
Optic Texas get it done in 3. Comfortable in map number 1. You win every single rotation basically on Hydro. You comfortably win it. Hotel search and destroy. Ghosty clutched up. Hotel control. Ghosty clutches up. Bear in mind, shots he actually turned on somebody towards the end of that as well. I'm sure we'll break that down on the desk. What a game of control that was. And Optic Texas proving to us, well, something we already know. They are very well contenders for everything that's left towards the end of the CDL season here in Modern Warfare 2. Wow.
Words cannot convey just what we have witnessed. We thought it was going to keep going. We thought Seattle Surge had done just enough. They did not count on a Dan Ghosty. Well, it's my pleasure to throw this one to the desk.
I'm mind blown.
Yep. I think Optic is trying to be the highest paid per hour team in the league right now. They respected our time, but also what's going on with Seattle Surge? First at the major, you let Rocker reverse sweep you. Now you are fully in control of control, and you let something like that happen, Allie.
To be fair, like, this was a close series when it came down to the map specifically. I mean, a 50-point Hydro, I mean, that is one of our bigger maps. 6-4 in the search and destroy, a couple of hiccups there. But what we just saw in that last round of control was simply unacceptable from Seattle Surge. It was a beautiful defense of the A point. They let go of B early. There was a stack onto the A site to get that first tick. They get the opening kills, and they have the setup. They survive for a minute. And just when they think they're going to push it to the round number 5, Ghosty gets that first kill. Okay, I've gotten out of your socks. Second kill, unbelievable. And then whoever challenged him for the knife, unacceptable. Should have just held the pre-aim and waited for the player that had to push onto the point. You are on defense. Seattle Surge, not a good look.
I mean, honestly, down the stretch, in the search and destroy, in the control, it's Dan Ghosty.
Hey, Chris.
I've never been more wrong about a guy plugged into a team, because, dude, this guy is making plays. I mean,
what does it say?
Comms leader, in-game plays, and like as he's gotten more comfortable,
Texas is a force, man.
Kill department as well, putting down damage. That was
they are a force to be reckoned with.
Play. Let's just keep it a buck. He gets the first kill. The next guy goes and he's weak. He doesn't immediately chow Ghosty. It's right here. So Ghosty gets first kill. Ghosty is one shot. This guy double hesitates.
And then knifes him.
And then Sib is flying out for the trade. It's a breakdown in communication, and one guy
controller
is allowed
users
to be the hero, and it's no other than Ghosty.
It says you're crazy. Well, we knew that.
Top Catwalk finds the kill. He's ridiculous.
Hey, guys, can we do this one more time? Let's call it our scuff play of the game, shall we, community? Because I don't think it gets better than what the rookie of the year
Max got a chow
is bringing
or hide, one or the other. Chow or hide. I mean, just pick one. He hesitated, and then Sib flies in for the trade. Meanwhile, accuracy's snaking the table.
The point is that they didn't have to do that. You could have just sat back, 10 seconds on the clock, waited for the guy to push the time. He had to push. There was everybody else dead in the kill feed.
That was a terrible decision.
I mean, the shots were gross. The
on Seattle, on the part of Seattle. They didn't need to do that.
Listen,
And this is always
the knee and survive, but I can't take.
It's always the same argument that I keep making. Why do you insist on challenging and, you know, jumping into somebody's line of fire, into somebody's shot, instead of just chilling? Just chill, man. You got this locked in, but they just gave it up.
Welcome to the Monster Winner Spotlight. How we feeling after that one?
We're definitely feeling good after that one for sure.
Talk to me a little bit about the engagements at close range on that map in particular, because it looked like you're pretty comfortable regardless who's on the other side of that wall.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. My teammates give me a bunch of confidence, so I feel like I can chow anything.
Dan, again, you're a rookie plugged into one of the biggest franchises that we have in the league so far. And obviously it's been Scrap kind of been in that front running for a while here. Even off your debut, it was still a couple of question marks. But I think off of that performance alone and your performances recently, you're obviously entering that conversation. Talk to me about what that pressure feels like for you. Because again, biggest franchise, rookie of the year. You were in literal college, brought up to this team to fix its problems. I want to hear your perspective.
There's definitely a lot of pressure, but at the end
Wonder
of the
what
day,
issues they
I
had.
got amazing teammates. I got a great coach, great people over at Optics, so I always have full confidence. Even though it was a little bit of a shaky start, I never lost faith, and they never lost faith in me.
Dan Ghosty, you guys have been incredible the last two majors and now online as well, keeping the ball rolling. I want to ask you about the efforts in control. It's been the one game mode where we can look at Optic and be like, they need some improvement there. What have you guys been working on?
I mean, we've just been working on playing more together, ironing out our map pool. I don't want to talk about it too much, you know, because we got champs coming up, but we've definitely been working on that third game mode, the swing mode, as some would say.
And Ghosty, final question for you. If each of your teammate was an animal, what would they be?
Oh, dude, that's a good question. And maybe some kind of monkey, you know, he's definitely climbing shit.
A hedgehog.
I feel like Brandon is maybe like a rhino.
Like that?
Gorilla something.
Strong rhino?
Kyler, I don't know. Kyler would be like the opposite of Ant because he runs a sub, but like smashing. That's what I see like my teammates doing.
I like that.
Smash heads, you know, run forward. Yeah.
Wait, what are you?
That's Dan Ghosty. I'm told I have to let him go. Ghosty, you and I need to
Maybe a giraffe.
together. The GOAT. All right, thank you, Dan Ghosty, joining us as Optic Texas picks up $10,000. He's going to go spend it. We got to talk a little bit about the final matchup of the day. It is coming up here in just a moment. Subliners with an opportunity to earn $10K, but Joe Deceives wants to get in their way. Thoughts on this one coming in, Ant?
2,500
about to be a
apiece.
DoorDash challenge.
Whoa, my bad, LAG.
All right, well, we got to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, get your challenge points ready. Channel points on the line. Can LAG pull off another upset like we saw from Florida? Or is it the favorite Subliners walking away with another 10K?
Come on, boys. I can only hope. I knew, you know, and that's why I decided to start the stream at 7, because I knew. I'm like, they've been really, like, some teams have just been hauling ass through these games lately. So I'm going to start it at 7. And if the previous game is still going, then, you know, we got a half hour to wait or so. As it turns out, they were done at 7. So there you go. So I learned a little something last night while I played some Overwatch on PC. Was that last night? Yeah, it was last night. Overwatch on PC, and I was, you know, just game after game after game, and it was sweaty as hell. I'm like, what is going on? I was getting placed. I got placed in a Platinum 3 room, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, I'm Platinum 5, so that makes sense. Turns out I was not Platinum 5, I was Gold 3, and I was like, what the hell, what happened? Do they have rank decay? Oh, you watched it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I deleted it. I'm like, that's that was not a stream that I wanted to keep up just because I was swearing up a storm. I gotta knock it off. I gotta be more professional. Damn it. So, but yeah, I was like, I thought that they had rank decay, and then Guzzo told me, hey, you know, there is no rank decay, not since April. And I'm like, you mean there was? I didn't know that there was, but he had mentioned, I'm like, but wait, there's cross progression in it, isn't there? Oh, the first game mode is just it's a new PvE mode, which is stupid because the PvE part is barely anything. It's just a couple like extra turrets on the map that you have to deal with on top of the enemy team. It was stupid. It was a dumb. That's what they're wasting their dev time on, instead of actually balancing the game, balancing characters. You know, nerfing the crap out of Ramatra. No, they're making a stupid game mode that I don't know how anybody likes. I didn't like it. I played it once and I'm done. I was done. I'm not playing that ever again. It's more than likely a you know, limited time event or something, but so yeah, he had said that, you know, I was like, wait a second, isn't there cross progression? Like, shouldn't I be able to go from one system to another? And he's like, there is, just not for ranked. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. So I landed on Gold 3 on both PC and console somehow. And then last time I played, before last night, I made it to Platinum 5 on console, and I was still in Gold 3 on PC. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So that way you're not like taking advantage of the system where it's like, if you're on console, you know, you get to Gold 3 and then, you know, you go to PC to go higher because it's like, oh, you're better on PC or some crap like that. So I get it. So it's the same account, just rank is not shared, which makes sense. But I was just like, man, I don't want to play on PC anymore now. Like I'm better at PC, but console was way more fun. Way more fun. By a metric mile, it was way more fun. Because people, they tried hard, but they weren't like overly. Oh my god, they have Arcides. Oh jeez, I forgot. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. He was the best one that FaZe had. So yeah, console Overwatch was way more fun for me, so I'm gonna stick with that. And thank God they didn't have rank decay, because I would have been very upset. This whole beginning just doesn't make any sense. Why do they have the weirdest one? Seriously. I'm still of the mindset that Skies is like the worst guy we have. He pulled it out last week, but boy, he pisses me off more than he actually impresses. So.
Welcome back in, everybody. The New York Subliners, winner of Raleigh, are now taking on our number 11 seed in LAG. This is a
Let's go up to 4K here.
This is a bounty match with $10,000 on the line for a New York squad that's already locked into champs. They needed a little incentive, but I just wonder, what else are they playing for at this point, Ant?
Listen, they're playing to make a run and also to get to champs, right? These guys have clinched champs if you're the New York Subliners, so now it's about making it into winner's bracket and getting that final run in here at Major 5. When we talk about this New York team, they win Major 1.
Hydra's the boy, man.
A couple of majors that followed it were not great, let's just be honest. At this most recent major, though, they bounced back, had a hell of a run where they lost a 1v4 to a BZ. You got to think,
but also, like,
they could have carried that out
again, why is it that
so I like what I've been seeing
they're not playing in person in an arena with a crowd? Like,
they just need to work on that control.
Is that only for Toronto? It doesn't make sense.
And they are certainly a threat for the crown.
Ali, people are saying this is the DoorDash challenge for the Subliners. They're going to try and beat this opponent before their food arrives. How do they get it done?
Well, when it comes to Monster Energy pregame, to be honest, keep up the strong
Ooh,
Monster.
Monster.
They won the stage with a 60% round win percentage. When we see New York at their best, it is when they're winning those search and destroys, as well as shut down LAG's best hardpoint Embassy. New York is 5-2 with a 22
I brought
point
this
differential when it comes to that map mode specifically.
shelf in here.
For New York, it's just
I was really hoping that I
respawns,
wasn't
to be
in
honest,
front of
this
it,
is a
but
team
yeah,
that when they do
turns
shine,
out I am in front of it.
In the respawns in a series like this against a team like LAG, they should have an easy time.
LAG was able to get a win. If they can pick up 2, they would be in the running for a winner's bracket spot come Toronto. There's also $10,000 on the line, which is going to excite all 4 of these players, and none more than the young gun, Joe Deceives, who after the recent victory talked with us, and he said, I'm playing for the cash at this point. He was pretty straight up. He's playing for the cash here and what more he can earn at Toronto.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, they're trying to make a big run. They're out of the running for champs, and Joe Deceives has been putting on a show, Chris. You walk me right into my main point about this roster.
What happened to
they won themselves a pair of hard points.
professional esports players being in shape? I thought that was supposed to be a thing.
Like, we talk about LAG in New York. You see your Monster Energy pregame. A lot of stats. It's obviously going to point to New York taking it. The map pool, their percentages in breaking, rotating, things of that nature. It's all leading towards New York. You need big individual performances, and Joe Deceives can absolutely do it. We've seen it time and time again. Also, I'm expecting RCs to bounce back. And in the control,
all right, Hydra's getting his camera set correctly this time.
New York have proven that they cannot win any map or any control on that map, so it'll be important for them to take that.
Ali, my man Viardi in the chat says, oh God, I just put all my channel points accidentally on LAG. How does he become part of the 13% that wins big here?
Listen, you might cash out. If anything, LAG is
There
in a great
aren't channel
opportunity to
points
catch
on
New York
YouTube.
by
What?
surprise in this series.
Are they
Again,
streaming to
10
Twitch as
ranks
well?
Not only up for grabs, also we talked statistically, they're a lot closer this split than you would like to think. So make sure you keep your eyes out on a player like Joe Deceives in this series when it comes to those races.
I'm looking at Alec on Expo. That's all I want to see today. Go off, big man. It's time to get this match ready as we send it over to our casters. We got Miles and Chance for the final battle.
Final battle of the day, and what a battle it will be. Everyone seems to think
I didn't know they
this is
streamed
gonna be an
on
absolute blowout
Twitch
for New
as
York,
well,
but
but
let's not
makes
forget
sense.
LAG love to absolutely destroy
But, you know,
your
screw Twitch.
pick'ems, except for that one guy in chat who's got a bajillion channel points right in this one. Don't worry, brother. Your boys in purple have got you. Let's rock and roll, Chance. This should be a fun one. 2 teams that, hey,
4th and hard
anything
point.
goes at this stage
I'm
of the league.
surprised they're as high as they are in S&D. Control is like one of our worst game modes. I don't know why. Somehow we're 4th. But we've got LAG on the ropes. Like, they are not as good as us, but dude, they have Arcities, man. That makes me nervous.
Stage 5, honestly, for LAG, this is effectively their champs. They're like last hurrah to try to make a dent, that impact. See if they can bring it here on this beautiful Saturday evening.
They might be able to leave an LAG.
It is a beautiful day. I'm not gonna lie.
Subliners. Find out
Bit warm, but that was expected. But dude, beautiful, like sunny day all day. I should have gone out. I mean, I did, but it was more for, that was business. That was me taking care of things, buying some more groceries,
keeping him alive in P1,
get my quotas for laundry.
But finally go back to sort of the emptiness feeling you have on this P1. Really, P1 to lonely.
Now, obviously, I don't know anything about the rest of LAG.
One's the loneliest number, the P1's the loneliest hill. Right now,
he's not been able to carry.
The LAG, they're in there. They're trying to climb back into this slowly but surely. So difficult to keep that one going. Exceed the salt in the feed, though, having a nice time. Kismet continues his reign of terror here across everything. Another one.
Kiz.
Oh, yeah, you know it, baby. He literally just cut Assault right down the middle. That's fine.
And that is like a textbook opening break as well. Not only is it the 5 spree, it is spawns getting flipped. I know Priest have put in a little bit of work on the back truck as well. And now it is what? TAC 56 is in hand of everybody.
That was one of my favorite game modes in Titanfall 2 was Amped Hardpoint. And even in Titanfall 1, Hardpoint in general. Like, I would have played the crap out of that all the time.
New York and LAG, gonna be a long time.
But I was watching Tim stream from
Gets his first on a Kismet. That's the first time we get rid of that kill.
a couple days ago, I think.
Street rather. RC's yet to get on the board, but for now that's absolutely fine. Just over 30 to go here.
It is, watching all this Call of Duty is making me want to at least install Modern Warfare 2019
You can never count them out.
and just like get back into playing 6v6 game modes.
Turns out it was only 5 seconds away before LAG
Maybe install older Call of Duties, like maybe Modern Warfare Remastered, because that game still holds up. Like that game is still the old way of Call of Duty, and longer TTK, and
some sort of move.
I know the maps and so on and so forth.
Just yet, Jodeci is maybe getting in position, trying to work with RCDs, but there's a long
Yeah,
time
no,
before
RCDs
LAG
is the only one that I know of for LAG.
Don't see this too often. It's going to be annoying when he creeps around that corner.
Krista.
He knows everyone's dead except for the New York Subliners. They're going to have that time. That's 50+ seconds on the hard point. And so far,
Hardpoint's their best game mode for sure.
Slow one up top. Mid map's all sweet for now. Kismet, nice awareness. Oh, but there are members of LAG all over the place, baby. Here we go. Hydra trying to cut these players down. Keep Skies safe.
Wow, Guerrillas actually were able to get nothing off of that. They just got fried in
Dude,
that
he
moment.
had
Priest
nothing,
one
and he
shot,
still
but
came out
He gets
on
up, gets
top.
shot in the back, but New York end up trading out every single kill, so it doesn't make a single bit of difference. And now in the rotation, Priest here to at least be annoying. He's gotten a kill, so they know they got to look up top. RC's is staring him down, but if New York gets this timing right on the break, if they start finding these kills and spawning out LAG, it could be a big moment
Damn.
on the road.
Oh, Hydra gets 2. Immediate trades. Exceed is there. Priest on the back line. Can he slow down Arsties? He's holding him back. LAG fighting tooth and nail. Stay relevant here on the inside of the embassy. The Subliners have got the numbers. Here we go. Kismet in and out. Trades are out. Trades are there. Kismet, Lordy. Can't get a second. Once again, though, trades are the name of the game. The New York
They're always
Subliners
getting
team
really
prevails.
close
That's
to
their
death and challenging.
That is beautiful timing as well, right? Priest had to have stayed alive.
Priest is on
up top
fire
for maybe
today,
30
man.
Seconds waiting for his moment to strike. So that is a perfect rotation coming out.
He
of
is-
the
he
New York
is-
Subliners and making the
he
best
is in
of
rare
it.
form
Still
today.
a bit of pressure. You got guys like Exceed with the dead silence pop. He was working his way from up top, and now he just found his way into the irons of Priest. But he wins the big gunfight, and a little play like that could go.
But yeah, because I've still got some skins, some gold camos that I actually want to, unlock. I still have to finish those.
Tags are in. Sadly not able to get the kill. That should be a safe remainder of time there for the members of the LAG boys. We'll take that. Over towards the next hard point we go. Hydra once again continuing this absolute spree. That boy shoots damn straight.
And this is a big problem as well, because LAG have been on the back foot on every single rotation, and now when Hydra gets to just feast and run around.
Strangely enough, though, the score is still pretty close.
Orange, but there's nowhere to go. Priest has cuts. Hydra
weird.
got back in the mix after being pushed out P2. LAG.
I didn't even
firmly
notice that
on the
LAG was
struggle
even
bus.
on an
Subliners
objective.
have everything covered.
If those big apples can help the New York Subliners hold on to this hard point, here comes the back door.
Big apples for the big apple. Boom, boom, baby, kids.
2, 3.
Oh my God, he.
Nearly. Wow, that was one hell of a hold.
Yeah, it's just super easy as well. I mean, Kismet just
Did
gets
they
the L
do they have a
basically
bleep
falling
button that
into
they
his
prematurely hit because they thought he was going to swear?
Things, but a sweat is not one of them. Just hanging out inside the hills, collecting the final bit of time.
Did he?
That is one
Because I'm
set
pretty sure he said
rotations in.
4
I think Subliners have the
nearly.
advantage on quite literally every single rotation so far in the game, and off the back of that, nice little 64 lead.
Whoop. Back door once again. Another battle won. Kismet 2 with the nade. Good God, he's absolutely frying. 18 and 9.
Unless he has his
He
own like
sounds as good as he
button
looks
because he
right now.
knows,
Stats, I'll be
like,
very
you know,
impressed
obviously
indeed. Let's go for a listen in.
the people on the other side wouldn't know that he was going to swear, so it'd be it would make sense that he'd have his own button.
Two top AC, two top AC. All good. Re-pitching left. One might push you out, Cedar. I'll be turn for this.
Yeah, RCD's is 6 and 15. No time on the point. Because I mean, Hydra, even he has at least a second. Like I know that he's primarily their primary slayer, I think, but you know.
I can tell old with you from bathroom. Actually, you went back.
But RCD's has got like, he's negative, plus he's got no time on point.
That's all, sorry. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Don't see him. I have a pin. Top gas. Every third man right side. Absolutely dead. I'm one shot. Absolute. Top gas.
One kill pinch right, yeah, it could be.
You should be S2. I'll get time.
Nice.
I got time.
Come on, Kiz.
I got time.
Take your time in the back. I have your S2.
Nope, truck is.
Kiz.
Heal from the back. Go bottom gas.
Oh my god, dude. Kiz and Priesta are just on fire today. Look, he's 22 and 11, bro.
Yeah, watch your back. Touch it dead. I'm watching my back. Low gas or top gas.
Kiz is, he drank something today. Oh my god. Damn.
Nah, Kismet, he's having a day. Everything's gunfights are absolutely preposterous. The LAG are struggling to contain him.
Yeah, I mean, he's quite literally just pub stomping. I mean, not even making like the smartest of chows necessarily. Just
they lined up.
Out front and center, and for good reason. Was picking him apart. Joe to see maybe a little bit of a bounce back.
Dude, Arcides is,
the one to be on. You get a two-piece out of Joe.
He's at a 0.5 KD.
Right back, and again, just like every single hill this entire game, New York win the rotation. I will say, Exceed actually got a crazy spawn in the middle.
They do have
of the map,
pretty perfect rotation here.
Shut down immediately.
Whoa, Priesta!
Priesta.
Oh my god, dude.
On a 4 spree.
He keeps coming out ever so, just like an inch with his life. Or within an inch of his life, I should say.
Nice shots. Not enough to keep him at bay. Hard point still ticking away. Up close and personal assault.
Oh, he shouldn't have conned from behind that.
You have reached 200 points.
He could have killed the one guy on the right and then gone to the one in the back.
Spree there from Priest the previous hill. I think Kismet also went on like a 5 or 6 sprees. So
he's almost got dead silence.
Just taking turns to try to make a highlight reel play. And if you look at the rotation, I mean, both teams have swarmed it for the moment. And for the first time, I think maybe the entire game, LAG are out in front of the rotation and actually have a sizable advantage. It's only skies behind enemy lines, but assault with snakes like that, certainly ready for the backdoor hit.
Yeah, the backdoor's all good. Here comes the battle through the tight alleyway. Priest is in. Exceed 21-15. He's having a game as well. Can he keep it going? Skies has pumped the back door wide open. Is he still holding this one? No. Oh my god, I thought he had something there. Subliners right back in here. LAG are battling tooth and nail. They have thrown everything they have possibly got at New York to hold on to this point.
And for the first hill that they've actually gotten to first, I mean, so far so good, winning a decent chunk of the gunfights. New York are really setting up the pinch though, and
got him.
Before RCDs gets left alone.
There you go.
Quadruple challenge at the end. So talk about how the coordination on point right there from New York, able to collect those final 20 seconds of scrap, and frankly just built too big of a lead. Gonna be about 10 seconds away from winning game number 1, and well, obviously for LAG, gonna have to chain maybe 3 hills back to back to win.
Hey.
Stop.
That's not impossible. Here we go.
Check those corners. What did Captain Price say?
With a sweet 2-piece. 10 for 9 for the win now for the New York Subliners. It starts with 1 hard point, and here it is. Hold on, LAG.
Probably should have just stayed up there.
They got the cuts covered, you know. Salt gets a nice little.
I know he's got to get on point, but like he could have just stayed up there.
Maybe on Hydro,
oh my god, they don't know each other's there.
Time, and literally just 1 set of kills and you win this game.
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh,
whoa, nearly. Hydro opens up the front door. Skies is in. Can Exceed win the fight against
there you
him?
go. No, he cannot.
Whoa!
Whoa! Double drop shot.
Wow, absolutely melted him. Throwing the
Skies is doing really well now.
Is done. The Subliners have absolutely devoured LAG on Embassy.
Oh!
Nice little cake walk through and through. Bunch of players taking turns for the highlight reel play. Kismet goes on a streak. Priest responds in kind, and
beautifully done. That was textbook.
And Skies. Well, actually, Priest, but Hydra.
Hydra is just
well. So pick your poison.
Hydra and Kismet are just like something else, man. Kismet had a hell of a game.
Hill, but does it make a difference towards the end for New York? Happy for that game 1 win. Whew.
Very happy indeed.
Gotta wonder, are they putting Braille in digital form now?
Not quite out of this yet. We saw some wonderful individual runs. Quite a lot of the players actually.
Got some blind people touching their screen.
To really pull it together. 180 was all LAG could muster here on Embassy.
We'll see if that bites them later on in this series. But for now, we're going to have a little look at some stats, think about those highlights, think about all those nice plays. The
Looks like RCD finally got onto the point for 14 seconds. Hydro only got in for 5, but he was doing, he went even with KD.
LAG, but on the damage front, they did a pretty solid job of keeping up. I think they just literally lost almost
Kismet
every
just
single
popped
rotation
off,
in the
though.
game except for like the final 2.
Exceed was
Only
roughly
by
around the
70
same.
points is, you know, if
24-19.
anything, impressive. It's just a lot of the important ones they were not able to connect with. There's Kismet literally right from the jump.
Dude, running, literally running through
I'd say
him.
they were winning about like the, you know, on the 50-50 gunfights, LAG was breaking even. On the important gunfights of like, you need this to secure the rotation, New York Subliners picked them apart.
Yeah, that's the sort of priority, you know. It's like you can get all these gunfights, keep them on the point, you can win those big ones, but you're going to win a gunfight that's going to get your guys spawns close to the hard point or keep them away from it from a good 10-15 seconds. That's the difference maker. Subliners, they got those nearly every single time. What a 3-piece in kitchen this was. If you'd got that 4th, I might have let an actual bomb fly. Wow, what a play out of the New York Subliners. Kismet had himself a map. The Siege as well. I mean, Joe was putting up the work. Not able to quite get anything going here. Priest,
That was still hilarious, though. I think he said 4.
Nutty. Your boy was frying.
4 nearly.
Back at it. New York Subliners, we
But
have not seen them be a real force to be reckoned
I
with.
can't imagine they would have preemptively muted or bleeped that out, thinking he was actually going to swear.
Even that moment that we had for him,
Because I don't think he knew they bleeped him, because he wouldn't have said something like that. He wouldn't have said, "Oh, I would have let a bomb drop." It's like,
you up on rotation, and then Priest
well,
just makes
the showrunners thought you did.
to set you up on rotation and goes on like a 5 spree. So you're exactly right. That momentum, trying to just kick it back in gear, and I mean,
what does it matter though? Because like,
Major 1 MVP back into gear on that.
I don't see what it matters, because I mean, when they go on and listen in, you can hear like a lot of players will start dropping the F-bombs, and it's just like, does it matter? I know that the casters are being held to a higher standard, but it's like, come on, bro. Sometimes there's some impressive stuff going on, and that was damn near impressive to take out a whole team like that on barely any health left.
New York Subliners don't want that whatsoever. They'd like to close this one out in 3. Hotel up next, though. Search and destroy chance. Hydra snipes. We can only pray.
On occasion, I think Skies maybe uses it a bit more on Hotel, but they certainly go back and forth a little bit. And honestly, if he wants to try to make the highlight reel play, opportunity is going to be
These two are my
there.
favorite casting
that being
group.
said, it was talked about sort of the keys to victory towards the top. Shout out to Monster. Of New York Subliners have played this map in 8 of their last 11 series. So there's no secrets about what they're going to be doing. If Skies is going to be sniping, it'll be from top bedroom. He'll be looking through the crack in the door, occasionally going over towards lights. You know, guys like Hydra are going to be dancing, trying to be aggressive to, on offense, fly towards bottom bedroom. You have to be aware at this point, Hydra also loves to just hop on the bomb for the defuse. He's gotten a couple of those.
They've
on
been
this
the
map
only
as
casters
well.
all
So,
day?
on the intel
Don't-
front,
I thought
on the
they swapped off every
preparation
once in a
front,
while.
LAG
Like,
certainly
throughout
should
the-
be able to put in the extra mile
throughout the
just
day.
because of how often New York Subliners do different things.
I know it's a double-edged sword having so much.
Well,
sort
the
of
Brits are always
information on
better
these
at being
teams because you
casters,
are
I'm not gonna
expecting the
lie. They're
tendencies.
always better
Subliners,
casting.
man, we know those comms are fantastic.
They're
We've heard them
exciting
in hard
when
points.
they
They're willing to
cast.
make adjustments. They've got lovely small talk
I mean, just
between
think
the
about
crew.
soccer.
You can never trust the play. Subliners will get the crazy stuff done. Let's look at the match metrics so far. Their win percentage ranks in each game mode. This
So,
is gonna
I
be
spent a
fun
good
one.
portion of today,
See what LAG have got.
You know,
Sheer
cleaning up,
determination,
rearranging
chance,
some
force of will
things.
this late into the season to see if
And
we
then
can
I
pull it
spent the
away.
rest of the day up until now. I finished up the weekly challenges for Battlefield. So this week's challenges are done. And then I spent the rest of the time on Destiny 2, trying to get the battle pass up and doing stuff in there.
LG needs to make sure that they take full advantage. Incredibly comparable on the First Blood front. LAG even have a better round win percentage, so certainly the opportunity on this map is going to
They're
be
8-8
impressive.
on
But
this
again,
map.
as you pointed out, it doesn't matter if you know exactly what Hydra's going to be doing it. Stopping it, very different.
Oh yeah. And the boys got
There you go. Yeah, you called
Let's
it, man.
get it, baby. That's what
Wow.
I'm talking about. Let's go. Hydra hit a shot for daddy. Or not.
No.
No one's going to be there whatsoever. Everyone from LAG over towards B. And that's exciting to start things off. Those nades are all good. Priester, he's going to be the man to find that information as the sole member.
If
of the
only
York
they knew
Subliners.
that they were all at
Whole
B,
pack
they'd go
towards
right
A.
in for the plant.
He's gone lone wolf.
And there is no one on LAG even in position to throw nades towards the bomb site, so Skies might not know it, but he could get this down for free literally whenever he wants.
literally
So,
could, yeah.
LAG, this is
Like,
an
I really wish
interesting
they would
round
just
one
put it down
strat.
already.
You think because there are no trophies, they want to be in position to stop the bomb plant, but That is not the case. Skies again.
Come on, dude.
Maybe not
There's
an itchy
literally
finger.
nobody there.
He wants to kill before he wants to play.
Finally.
Well, there's a little bit of info. There you go. Plant quick.
Oh.
Sieves trades out, takes care of Kismet. That's going to be a nice
Not
pick
sure
to
what
start things
Kiz
off.
was doing there.
Down a man. As they shuffle backwards now, looking to defend that bomb.
Not entirely sure what his thought process was there. He literally just he shot at somebody he saw. He should have at least assumed that maybe that same person might rotate around to the right.
And it's about to get a whole lot worse. Priest pop
Oh,
steady.
I don't know about.
They're still playing their way through steps. Whoa, Exceed could not get both. That would have been unbelievable.
Oh, baby.
Assault the last man. Can he go toe to toe with Skies on the
That just gave herself away. Boom, done.
Rips him.
Just gave you away. Ooh,
Yeah,
Kiz,
I mean,
Kiz's
look, round one,
camera
there
is
are no trophies out.
screwing up a little bit.
It's just the easiest thing in the world to get
Usually,
the
but they have been
information
through
on
3
a guy trying to go
matchups,
for
I
the
believe.
B-bomb
Yeah, all
plan.
day. Like,
Use your stuns,
yeah.
use your nades to get 'em off.
There's only 4
Different
total
ideas.
today, I think.
They played
This is
for
the last
picks and
one.
they got the first blood. And then the bad news is, on a retake, still not an easy thing to do. I know Priesta has to make a big play, but I mean, we saw in the first map on Hardpoint, Priesta was there making the big play. So kicks off round number 1 with a dub.
Yeah, nice one. Interesting position, that post-plant spot. All of them in lobby, like backed way on up. They waited for anything to happen, didn't see anything out of LAG, and played it in a fun way.
They
Cool to
did
see
play
that
it
out of the Subliners
pretty
this time.
tactically,
Bombs
like
really
pretty
fast towards B. The kills are there to
pretty
back it up.
cool and calm and
Subliners gonna cut the
collected.
map in half, try to not let the remaining
So that
members of
way they
LAG
didn't
get there,
screw
but I
up,
think it might
but,
be too little too late. You could get the bomb
just
down.
lost. Oh,
or
it's 1-1.
you could fight your
1
way
for 1,
across
so.
the other one, RC's gets on the board.
Yeah, I love that dead silence use as well, right? RC's pulling out the Vaznev to make that happen, so knows the opportunity you have with the dead silence, makes a big play, and I mean, Hydra got a pick on the flank, but outside of that, LAG, strong advantage in this round. Got the tack in hand as well, so you get the information on Skies, bomb planted, Snake Fest inside of B, LAG. No way they lose this round.
No way, right? No way, right? That's not a good start. Sky's on a 3. Hydra up close on the inside.
Careful,
Here
careful.
we go.
They're
It's
going to hear you
noisy.
coming
It
in.
might not matter. The wallbang spots might be checked. Due diligence done. Deceives, hides his toes. There he is. Hydra sent in for the kills.
Oh my god, dude. That was so good. That was so good. That's all they needed. Skies goes in as a decoy, gets the information, tells Hydra exactly where they are, and he just gets them from behind. That was a perfect pincer maneuver.
That's just inexcusable too. RC's, I think, trying to just do a little bit too much.
That was beautiful. Look at that. The information was immediate.
I guess just a few extra things to watch, and Hydra just gets in completely uncontested. And they gave something away from Hydra for free, so the pinch was there, but even Sky's just finding the pick on RC's, trying to reposition, and it just creates that opening for New York, which again, taking full advantage of, and that is
I'm still concerned about the next round. Control is still just not a good game mode for them, but neither is S&D, and they seem to be doing okay today with S&D. So
Hydra's got a lot of clearance. Priest's first blood. Second
blood, yeah.
Oh god, rounds done.
that was
So
extremely
1v3.
smart.
Can he get out with his life for now?
It was
Might
a
be able to check this
textbook-
quick. Oh, I like it.
textbook
Is it
maneuver.
enough? Oh, unfortunate timing, and that should be it. Fate sealed.
Yeah.
Kismet has him pinned. Priest is now moving in to finish him off.
They're going to force him to
Subliners once
do
again,
something.
decisive work here in the round.
Well, I mean, Abizi could do this in a spot from a 1v4, but unfortunately, I don't think Subliners are going to make anywhere near that same type of mistake twice. Yeah, he'd have to absolutely gun literally all 3 of those players, which, I mean, getting one would be impressive, but the next 2 is simply not going to happen, and all smiles on the East Coast right now. New York.
So I was watching. Yeah, that's right. That's true. It is East Coast versus West Coast right now.
Very different.
I was watching a
to the California
Tim the
cousins
Tatman
right
2
now as the Subliners.
channel video
Feeling
where he
real
was
good in this one.
reacting
So
to
far, early days in the Search and Destroy. We've seen
some of the
crazy
best Call of
comebacks
Duty
happen in
highlights,
LAG.
and a lot of them
Still a
involved
team you cannot take lightly.
old school Crim6. Like I'm talking, Black Ops 2 Crim6, and it's like, why couldn't he be good like he was? He was really good back in the day. What the hell happened?
The bomb is going towards B, but Assault's already been picked off by Kismet. Pulled out the tack for this round.
Like, why couldn't we have that Crim6 when he was on our team? And he was on some really prominent teams too, like some really, like he was on Optics. Back when it was still just
3v3.
Optic Gaming.
Daddy
That's a
out.
great challenge at Arceus too, yeah.
Really nice. Oh, come on. One more tag in and Hydra's toast. Those curtains do not offer much protection. All right, just the other side of the map. Exceed gets involved, and Hydra now 1v3. Woohoo! What a round.
Somehow he knew exactly where to look.
Good stuff, man. Bounce back as well, even after a socket pick. Not just Arceus on the flip side, catching these guys with a snipe, but Exceed and Joe Deceives working together.
It's just
on the restaurant side of the map and evens up the odds as well.
It was disappointing to see that back in the day he was solid.
A few rounds before.
And then we got the leftovers on the Subliners. And it's just like, dude, you should have known when you needed to retire. You completely screwed us.
What they are saying right now, again, Exceed, most of spitting. Arceus backing them up. They're having a little to and fro about what to do here in this round on defense. You've got a couple of looks out of the Subliners so far. You've seen 2 different players snipe 2 totally different occasions. Here we go.
Yeah, and if the retake was a struggle in a 4 versus 3, don't want to give away that bomb plant for free. So a lot more presence towards the middle of the map. And New York does have a trophy down on the cross Hydra. I don't think he got spotted. Well, Exceed didn't see him before.
He didn't.
Certainly saw him now.
Yeah, he didn't at the beginning.
Yeah, that's a real problem.
Yeah, he got lit up though.
There's Hydra. He gets into it. Nice tags out of Deceives. Young Joe has a lot to contend with here. He's never going to read a Hydra that close and that quiet. Steady of his own, making a decent amount of noise. Hydra's not going to budge.
They're going to plant at A.
And here comes that plant on A.
And Sky's actually
there's been one plant on B.
Kismet just to have the AR watch over the SMG for the plant, but you get it down. You got a 4 versus 2. You even check the corner.
Doesn't matter.
Not really. Trades are there. Subliners with a confident round win, making sure they give no momentum to LAG. Didn't really waste any time in that round.
That was a great start. And a cool position to be in again. Hydra, once he gets that couches control, he doesn't relent. He sits down, he waits it out, and then as soon as he saw his boys grab that bomb, make the play towards A, he's like, I have the entirety of mid covered. I can't see archers, priest is there, no problem. New York Subliners, a watertight setup, nothing got through. Teamwork once again on point.
It's also got to be one of the scariest call-outs to hear in the league of like, no, Hydra got a cross, he's in bottom bed, his dead silence popped. Good luck with that. Someone try and kill him. One of the worst jobs to have on the team of LAG, but now they gotta switch up the roles a bit, go over towards B.
Boom.
Oh no. Kismet.
Kids.
Second.
Okay.
Whose freaking stun was that?
Okay, dude,
okay.
Sure.
Kismet might be able to get the ace here. He's
on a
gonna race
3-piece.
his teammates across map for it. Go on, Kiz, get him, son. Kill Hydra. He's gonna. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Get a sword. It's all yours.
He actually smiled at the player cam too, just laughing at it. Does not care.
Yeah, we got bomb.
What the hell, dude? He didn't have to do that. I mean, if Hydra goes in and he's not getting shot at, then he wasn't there.
Not playing games.
And he just popped that.
I mean, they
silence
are
in
playing
that
a game,
spot
though.
When the bomb is down in restaurant, so he has to cross the map, and he gets halfway across before it runs out. Now you have 25 seconds to make a play where they are absolutely going to hear you.
Here comes the ace.
Oh, he's being
3,
sneaky.
2, 1.
Oh my God! I knew it.
That's right.
I knew it.
You give him an inch, he takes a mile.
I knew
It's
it.
the team kill, no ace, no round win. Oh, that's a ring for the 1v2.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
That was rancid. Assault just neuters.
I was literally about to say, watch him pick this up.
Snip.
Because
LAG with a round.
he went quiet. He was like, I'm not giving them anything.
1v4, but also like a 1v3 because the team kill and.
Yeah, that team kill was not
with it. I mean, those are the types of
not necessary.
A swing
They might have been
round.
laughing, but it's like,
That'll
guys,
ramp up the intensity or not for New York,
you
but
didn't need to
that
throw
has
the
an
grenade,
impact.
Kiz.
Unreal, man.
That's kind of sad though. Kiz takes out 3 of their guys and takes out his own guy, and then they end up losing anyway.
We'll take that for now. Back
Especially
on.
Hydra. He could have used Hydra's help big time.
Oh, tagged heavily. No one's there to really to back him up top bedroom now. We're going to take a moment or two. This Kismet, oh dear, gets in. His plans have been foiled though. Now all down to Priest at 1v3.
Oh, that's beautiful too. Just to make sure you get the trades on Kismet as well, so the stat completely on point. So you get everything you want, including the information. Assault should start booking it over towards the A side, and you know exactly where Priesta is. No funny business just yet. You got all crosses covered. Priesta again, just gonna have to gun people to win this round.
Good.
Nope.
Dude, Arsty's that little sub, man. He's been working the Vaznev as of recent. Lovely work to bounce back there.
Yeah, as soon as Assault went like crouch, I'm like, he's gonna pull this off. I just know it.
Arsty's a dangerous player. He's actually been doing this for a few years. It's like he's got that like main AR quality, but in Search and Destroy for a few years now, he is happy.
Did you hear
they're
releasing a new Call of Duty this year?
I don't know if he pulled that one out
after they said they weren't going to do that
off the ground, but he is lethal with whatever gun is going to be in his hands.
I just don't care anymore.
I mean, keep in mind, it was a very trolly round.
I just can't find it in me to play another to buy another Call of Duty.
Just a little bit.
I just want to play the campaign so I can finish up the story of the new Modern Warfare. Allegedly, it's MW3, but we'll see.
Starting to believe. That's all it takes. See,
all right,
in and out.
1 for 1.
Trade's great though. Oh, Assault was.
I'm just, so you know, they can't help themselves, and that's the worst part about it. Activision cannot help themselves. They are pathetic. They're like, we're gonna go a year off. Nope.
3v3.
No, they're not.
Yeah, and you definitely like
because they love the money too much. They can't give their developers any time to work on a game, and it's just pathetic. And I am not paying $70 to play the campaign.
Bad news is no dead silence. It's going to be a little
as good as MW2 was, and as phenomenal as MW1 was, I'm not paying $70 again for just the campaign.
Joe Deceives springs to life. Oh my god, caught on the couch, nearly in a bit of trouble. Skies though, bad timing.
Damn.
2v1, all down to Kismet.
Oh, they're pushing into him.
Oh, Kismet. Bring around a Rosie. Pop steady, sends it.
He had
10 seconds to go if Kismet doubles back in.
No. Damn.
Assault, another one.
Assault is carrying these guys right now.
I felt like I was watching Optic for a second of like the bomb is completely free over by the A site. They're pushing over towards B with the clock ticking down, but Assault again, absolutely a heads up play. Knows the rechow's coming through, plays the angle perfectly. And we kind of chuckled at the one where Kismet doesn't get the ace and Assault clutches the 1v2, but that is a massive clutch to be able to get. So Assault right now delivering for his team.
World champ MVP. Beautiful stuff. 4 in a row.
Assault was a world champion MVP.
This one's going to be a big one. Oh, a lot of members of the Subliners over by the A bomb site this time.
Dude, those grenades were nowhere near where they needed to be. Assault.
T's an Assault and top and bottom bed.
I think this is just the play. Actually, Arceus is by himself here. Assault
they
sort of wrapping back.
Subliners had it locked in, and they gave him way too much. Way too much. There's a good nade right there. Oh, it hit him. It hit him, but it didn't stop. Didn't stop it.
Any of the kills. Kismet's cross doesn't get away with his life, but the trades are there. The teamwork from the Subliners, the post-plant position, absolutely.
It wasn't necessary.
3v3.
I know it was a 1 for 1, but like it wasn't necessary for him to try and cross there. That is too much open area.
Wait a minute, is he gonna make that late play? Hydra gonna make the early one. Little battle, but Priesta wins the one on the flank. Now you have to turn, but you have to go high.
Hey, nice grenade, dude. Guys, don't poke the bear, dude.
And Assault needs more than magic. There is nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's it. The God Eddie. Skies has done it to him in the previous round.
Not enough time.
That is that. The Subliners stay alive.
They genuinely should not have dicked around in the third round.
It's a 5 spree from him, but it's map 5 win for the New York Subliners. One more.
What the hell is that face, guys?
They take the lead in the series again, even further.
And that is such a painful.
The hell was that face?
He got both Skies and Kismet one shot on the bomb, hitting with frags, getting the tags in, but Assault from down low might have gotten back down, couldn't get either of those kills, and then Arceus has to overextend and just gets traded out for a 3v3, and then Priesta makes the big plays after the fact. But that was very close to just a guaranteed round 1 from LAG. Instead, a round away from another L.
Priesta's 10-5. Brilliant moments in the final few rounds. Oh,
damn.
He has been destroyed by Joe Deceives. Assault unable to get the last bullet in. There would have been nice to get the streaks. For now, you'll take the 4v3 advantage.
A quick rotation over towards A as well. Skies will be the sort of lone defender for the moment before the reinforcements might be coming through. So LAG want to capitalize, take full advantage, get the nades and tacks out, bomb down as quick as you can. And yeah, Skies can't jump out and chow this. 4v3 with bomb down. LAG prime position to force the round 11.
You've said that before. Well, no, maybe not in that exact form, but this is their round 11. Here we go. Oh, man. Pressure is on. 30 seconds. The back line of the map, all safe. LAG, you've read that perfectly, but you have not read the hit through the front.
Oh.
You can't get any more out of it.
Yes!
Oh no, it's starting to collapse. 2 clean kills, Hydra, taking care of Exceed, 1 HP. The frag goes out. That's going to buy him a few more seconds. Skies takes the hit.
All right, nice.
Cleaned up by Kismet. Assault!
Yeah!
Oh my God! Kismet gets it done, and Skies is laughing. Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Too
It's
much.
2-0 in the series.
Gave him way too much right there.
Those are rounds that just
I'm gonna go get my pizza. Be right back.
happen. 2 in the same game. A 3v2 with bomb down over towards B. A 4v3 with bomb down over towards A. But the clutch factor only present for Assault. No one else. And New York Subliners get it done again. 2-0 lead in the series, and if they weren't confident before, they certainly are now. Going into a control on cruise control, feeling all sorts of positive feelings.
Man, that was a really good search and destroy from both teams, but at the end of the day, Subliners, a couple of breakdown rounds where they just walked away with it. Same could be said, though, for LAG, but hey, 6-4 the final score. Whew, what an unbelievable series we have had so far, ladies and gents. Far from over, potentially. Expo Control coming up in a moment. For now, chance that Brevock Hotel, an absolute banger.
And I just can't believe they actually got through that last round. I mean, those 2 players on New York finding like that open lane through mid just to make the big plays. But I mean, as soon as Exceed wins the gunfight on Hydra, gets away with 1 HP, I was thinking surely there's no way. There's only 14 seconds left on the clock, but Kismet just too quick on the trade. So impressive stuff, I'd say, out of New York Subliners towards the end.
Impressive stuff, and never call me Shirley ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of this break, we've got ourselves map number 3 in this absolute banger of a series. New York Subliners, LAG. Last match of the day. We'll see you after this.
Yeah, it was too close. They started dicking around in the 3rd round. It's like, dude, guys, stop. Tim also watched, he put out a reaction video on like the best Overwatch plays, and it was all Overwatch 1, every single one of them. It was like last year though, so it's an old video, but his video, not the Overwatch one. The Overwatch one was probably around the same time that they put it together, but it was all Overwatch 1, and damn, dude, it was so exciting. Overwatch League in the early days, I mean, before the pandemic, obviously, before Blizzard made the stupid decision to be online only events. Stupid. And it was an exciting game. It was an exciting thing to watch, and they just said, nah. Who needs to be excited when they're watching our game? I mean, I genuinely don't even know. I haven't watched any Overwatch League for I don't know how long. Let's see. I mean, is it even fun to watch anymore? Like, I don't even know. You know, NYXL is not even my team anymore. Like, they're just not the same team. You know, Jonak, he's, I guess, roughly retired, I guess. I am surprised to see her still here, just because look at how many new faces there are. Look at all the new people. I mean, that kind of blows my mind a little bit. Like, all the OG casters and commentators that we had are gone. Like, you know, it kind of is disappointing. She's the only one who stuck around, because I had actually heard that there was after, you know, Blizzard started like saying, oh, we're doing online only events, blah 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 blah. They started treating their staff worse, like really badly, and not paying them enough. That's why Puckett is now over on Call of Duty, because he was over on Overwatch. So I don't know. I just don't think that Overwatch League is really anything to watch anymore.
Pretty brutal loss yesterday. They didn't really have live. It's on the flank. They're still 5v5. The point might end up flipping over to Valiant, however. Great nade onto Seeker. Yeah, Lev finishes off with a couple of Cheerios, but the Valiant still end up capping. Good chance for a recontest here from Excelsior. A lot less damage available for the Valiant with Tracer going down. That nade,
like, look at all. I don't know any of these guys. Not a single one of them. The team we had was I mean, the first team we had was the team. That's why they aren't live.
I mean, first and foremost, prayers are for that top.
That's why who isn't live? Overwatch League? I mean, they're not doing anything today, are they? I mean, I guess I should just go Overwatch League. I just remember back in the day, 2016, 2017, glorious Overwatch League days. Oh. No, they already finished. Huh. Excelsior actually won. To bigger and better games. Owl is hardly a shadow of what it was in Season 1 and 2. Thank you, Guzzo. See, at least I'm not the only one who actually saw it. I mean, on land, they won't do LAN events because it's too expensive. Well, you know,
Toronto, boys and girls,
like you said, they were hemorrhaging money, and it's like, where's Activision to front some of the cash, you know? They merged for what reason?
Plenty of pressure on the point as well.
Stupid.
But obviously with no tax,
they have no excuses. They make more than enough money to make it a live thing. But no, they needed an excuse to stop doing it, and the pandemic was their perfect excuse. Just like everybody uses the pandemic as an excuse these days to release a game broken. Sorry, that's not an excuse anymore.
RCT's at range, finally gets the better of Skies. This is going to be 3 dead. Or 2 for a moment. Freestar manages to keep a foothold forward for his team. That's the bar just to his right, and with that, he's got a lot of avenues, angles. He can go pretty much wherever he wants quite quickly. That's going to be the main sort of artery for his boys. Flying forward, and fly forward he does. Nice too.
And look, I was going to say, maybe even wants to jump over towards A, but going to be playing for a couple of these spawn kills. So you see what they're doing, actually, for the Subliners. It is just going to be Skies by himself on the point, everyone else playing for kills. And maybe create 2 different ways they can win this round, because the kills they continue to collect. It's only a 3 life advantage for the moment, and it looks like that's probably not going to be enough. So double it up, get the zone done, go about your day.
I mean, that
will be B.
That's my ultimate issue, or was my ultimate issue, was simply the fact that Blizzard just did not see the need to do, probably because it was too expensive, but it's like the live crowds are what get people in to watch it. In my opinion, that's the reason people watch, is because the live crowd adds a whole layer of depth to the game and to the event. And to just take that away is just so sad.
Last one standing was Exceed. He did not last this long, and you got the full 4-man stack coming through.
4-man stack, stand clear, and that is one hell of a round from the New York Subliners. LAG back to the drawing board indeed. All it took was a couple of kills.
And I'm so distracted by the little battle that, okay, look at nice and cinematic from Priest towards the end. You appreciate the energy. 10 out of 10 on the dives.
Watch
Only
what?
The Russian judge gave it a 9, but either way, a blink and you miss it round. I mean, New York Subliners not wasting any time to get the full 4-man wipe. Everybody jumps on the point, respecting our time.
Just Puckett bringing up, you know, those guys.
Did the link not go through? Hold on.
Respecting the schedule.
Live chat.
Let's go. LAG now, it's a heavy hit over towards B. Priester says, no thank you, sir. Stops, deceives at the door.
They had no crowd for Major 4? I didn't know that.
I think so. Oh, nice tags. Good bit.
Well, like, hold on a second, though. I was actually saying this earlier to Chris, like,
His teammates assaulted it, and that should be a stack.
it was like last week when Toronto was playing, because the Major 5 is in Toronto. They were in front of a live crowd, and then the next game started up, and it was just this. And I'm like, what the hell was that?
For a clean 3, maybe 4-man white to work the A zone.
But I had no idea Major 4 had no live crowd. Like, why are people... The pandemic is not a thing anymore. It's not. Like, let's get back to the live events. This is ridiculous.
Over 2 minutes to play with here. LAG, what have you got? We're going to see a couple of different attacks here. Or will they be as efficient as the Subliners were in that previous round? Get it done in one.
Ooh, no hops though, so he gets punished. And yeah, talk about the number 1. You are back to square one. Stuck in your spawn.
I actually left that pizza in there.
No avenues of attack for the
I had a 16-minute cook time at 400 degrees in my toaster oven. And I left it in there probably a good
We've said it a few times today.
15 minutes after it was already done.
Members of the LAG in their spawn.
Perfect timing. It's not too hot. It's not cold.
No hope in hell. That's an 8 spree now from Skies, Streaks, and
I'm not burning my mouth.
Subliners are running it.
Hasn't died in quite some time. You have a little bit of pressure on the point, but Hydra contesting it, so you're not getting any value off of it just yet. Now the question is how well...
Chris, nothing linked, man.
Being above you as soon as the point comes through as well, and Skies, that'll be number 10. That investment going a long way.
Skies decimates the competition, and there may be a few more here to the right. Oh my, no. Oh god, he nearly got both. 10 and 2. 10 and 4 for his comrade Priester.
No, there isn't enough profit because they're not pushing it. They're not advertising. Like you're saying, there's a lot of money in advertising, but I'm not saying the pandemic is the reason. I'm saying they're using it as a reason. They're using it as an excuse. Every company is these days. It's no matter what company is talking, they eventually mention that the pandemic has made things difficult. The pandemic makes it hard to do this job. The pandemic. Fuck the pandemic. Sorry, I didn't want to swear at all today, but it really grinds my gears and it really gets me going with these garbage excuses that these companies come up with. Blizzard had a golden cash cow on their hands with Overwatch League when it started, and they said nah.
Just over 20 to go.
When they could eventually get things back to running the way that it was, they just said no because they ruined it. Because they fired 800 employees.
RC's gonna have to be that guy. Unfortunate for him, it's just a Vaznet lying in wait.
Activision did. It's the same company.
Subliners almost assuredly gonna get this done. Josie's last man standing. He drops and 2-0 up. Got New York Subliners looking for the...
I don't believe a word that anybody says or that these companies say. Activision fired 800 employees from both Activision and Blizzard
in this final round for them
after making billions of dollars in that same year.
We have seen, ladies and gents. Well, let's see what happens.
They gloated about how much money they made that year, and they fire 800 people and kill off the live events. Money's not an issue.
I don't know how many times Skies has died in this game. A grand total of 4. So he's been feasting. And on the flip side, the ARs, good lord, 6 and 22 combined. That is rough for the Guerrillas.
Yeah, they are struggling. Not got a whole lot of love.
That same year that they fired 800 people, they posted about record profits. Like, you can't tell me there's no profit in it. That they have no money to actually run these events. They have more than enough money.
Couple of kills are going to get players on that point, but it is a very, very well orchestrated staggered push now from the Subliners. Priest in the feed. Sky Hydra. Holy
dude,
it's done. A's gone.
I mean, the ARs on LAG just can't win a gunfight right now. Even Kismet pulling out the TAC 56 and just doing whatever he wants. I mean, he's on a 7 spree. Last round, it was Skies. This time, it's now Hydra, the only man with the Vaznet, finally gets traded. But the damage has been done. Subliner still with the pressure on the point, and Kismet yet to be stopped in this round.
Well, maybe now. Yeah.
Here comes the hit from backstage.
I would have to agree. Maybe now investors are starting to wise up and be like, yeah, you're not doing well. But at the time, they had more than enough money. But the problem is that they're not pushing Overwatch League. They're not. They haven't put anything into it. They're firing all of their talent.
Well, now unfortunately, you are just running into death. I mean, making it easy. Nice long dive, and
Blizzard is a shell of its former self, or a shadow of its former self, however you want to put it.
It's more than a stamp. It's done. Game. New York Subliners. I cannot believe you may never see a cleaner Himmelmat Expo in your entire life.
They did it in an hour, baby.
Jeez, a clean 3-0.
I don't think any real fighting after that search.
An easy 10 grand right there, boys.
But after a game 2 like that, series was basically over as soon as that final round goes through. So New York take care of business. You know, maybe some questions about they lose out Bagger. How good can they be on Expo? Still very few reps that we have seen them work with, but at least there in that game looked absolutely clean. So I don't want a long-term sort of front. Got to pay attention to the Subliners control game. And on the flip side, I mean, that's what 10 and 32 combined there from the AR players of LAG. I mean, that is unacceptable. You're never going to win with that.
No, it's not going to happen, is it? I mean, New York Subliners has returned to form. This is what you would expect.
I guess I don't have anything to worry about with RCDs.
Sort of the lower end of the league. Subliners, scary prospect coming into Toronto with this kind of fire in the belly. See if they can keep it going. That's the real question.
We have been held back for far too long. Crimzix screwed us big time, being who he was, being as bad as he was. We are finally getting into our own here. We deserve to be at the championship.
I've seen Hydra go negative, everybody else go positive for a dominant win like that, but that is just the difference of ARs and Vaznevs on a map like Expo Control. But the question as to whether or not they're back, well, certainly in this stage.
Yeah, well, and that's something that I've always like wondered why. You know, and this was earlier on, like this was actually around Overwatch League, and you know, when I was watching a little CDL back then.
Sunny outside. This is a crazy Saturday. No matches going to a game.
Well, it's because it's only 5 p.m. there, Puckett.
Blinked and that was over. At least the series went as expected, per usual.
So I had actually been wondering that myself, like why bars are not going to the lengths to show esports, because gaming is huge and esports is probably the biggest portion of it, you know, especially things like Counter-Strike and Dota and League of Legends. There's always so much you can show going on, even replays and stuff. I mean, replays of games of traditional sports show on the TV, so why not esports, right? Just pop open a YouTube channel and just play away. You know, YouTube Premium costs next to nothing and you get no commercials. So yeah, I don't know why, but that's why I've always like thought of the idea of like, man, it'd be nice to have like an owner of an esports bar or something like that, you know. But well, esports is bigger than it's ever been. Let's not kid ourselves here. I mean, the biggest players, of course, like the ones I mentioned: CS:GO, League of Legends, and Dota 2. You do have Rocket League and Call of Duty and Overwatch League or whatever, but they just haven't gotten into their own like these other 2 games or other 3 games, because those 3 games have had so many years just focusing on that. Whereas yes, Call of Duty has been around longer, but the esports scene for Call of Duty didn't really pick up until maybe, I want to say maybe Modern Warfare 2, but
The Monster Energy winner spotlight. How do you feel after the 3-0 and another 10K in the bank account?
Yeah, I mean, feeling good, you know, getting an extra
I'm not saying
dollar
Rocket
belt.
League isn't massive, but
and
it's
that
not
was-
as big as
and that was just a
the
strong
big
showing
three.
from us, so we're all feeling really good right now.
Well, congratulations on the big W and the extra 10K.
No
What do you
offense
think
to
you guys
Rocket
spend it
League,
on?
but
Did
it's
you
not as
know
big
you
as
can
League of
buy
Legends
a
or
Death
Dota 2 or
Corvette
CS:GO.
with that 10K? Maybe so like all of
I
you
did
could
not
buy
know
it,
that, no.
and you could like split the cost. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and we might have to invest in that then. for sure.
Not too bad.
I mean,
Okay,
to,
yeah.
to be honest, most of my money goes to food, so I'm probably spending it on food.
Smart man.
Love it. P-Dog, I want to ask you, you guys are getting clutched on, man.
P-Dog?
What is it with these
It is.
colossal breakdowns? Like, we just
What?
started that game. Talk me through that round. What went wrong?
P-Dog.
Bro, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like all the way in kitchen. I was just running over because they were like, last one's P4, so I was just running over to get to my teammates. And then Kiz was like, watch out, he naded, and then or I naded, and then he TK'd Paco, and we're like, all right, let's just run back. And then we played it like kind of scared after that, and then he just ended up taking it. And honestly, we laughed it off. We're like, I guess we're just giving teams one of these a series right now, but no, we gotta clean it up for sure in those situations.
You know, obviously, clutches happen to everybody. Happens all the time. But for you guys, it's been a
I
couple
mean,
of
Chris, you
times
say
now,
you would have a
like, serious
career.
defeating moments.
It's
Has it been to the point where you guys
with
have had to discuss,
where you're
like, how you
focused. Obviously, you
approach
do
the
Rocket League and
situations where you
stuff,
have
but
an
I mean,
advantage? Have you guys had a long
the
discussion
next
about it?
natural step for
not really a
esports
super long
would be
discussion. I
VR,
think we
and
just
that's
knew, like,
only
right
just
after,
starting,
like,
really. So, I mean, I think it's got a long way to go.
Especially the
Don't-
phase one.
don't
I
call
mean,
me
like,
that.
he just kinda
You are
got
not gonna
the
call me a
freedom,
dog. I
we
refuse
watched
to
looking
accept it.
bad side, I didn't see him jump out. He gets a
I will
free
not
kick
answer.
finesses, So I mean, it just kind of depends on the situation and just making sure we're playing confident. I think that's the biggest thing.
Priesta, who's going to challenge you in Toronto for the trophy?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, every team's pretty good right now, so we're just gonna go out there and do our thing. And whoever we match up against, we're just gonna try our best and try to get the dub.
Looking
What a
clean tonight.
generic
Best of
answer.
luck As we head up north in 2 weeks, we look forward to seeing your
Yeah,
best.
Chris, that link
Thank you, I
for that
appreciate it.
video you sent did not
Priesta,
send.
New York Subliners picking up another
So I'm not
dub
sure what
today,
happened.
And they, of course, are going to score your scuff play of the game. Let's take a look at it. It's not the ARs this time around. I want to show some love to Hydra.
Right.
To Kismet.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are early days. Esports wasn't big when it started out, so it's got to start somewhere. And I think the next natural evolution of esports would be VR. It's just got to get more popular. And I think VR with the release of PSVR 2, although I will say that Sony definitely has pushed PSVR 2 more than it did with PSVR 1. They're still not doing enough, in my opinion, especially for games like your shooter game there. I already forgot the name. I don't know why.
Great stuff from the New York Subliners. They make it swift. The 3-0 that started with the hardpoint win before clutching up and search. And
So yeah, we're gonna Demon Girl with 600 bodies. Oof. Oh, and Discord. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. So Subliners won in an hour. No big deal. It was like in and out. So easy for them, apparently. I'm gonna stop the stream and then start it back up again because I kind of want this to be its own thing. But if you only came by to watch the Call of Duty League, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate your time and attention as always. Our boys are going to Toronto, and I can't wait to see what happens there. I believe that's probably next week, but actually, let's just take a quick look at the schedule. Come on. Yeah, and tomorrow we got Surge versus Breach, Mutineers versus Ravens. Optic, there's no doubt in my mind Optic is going. They're going to destroy... Well, I don't know, actually. That's the Ultra, so that could be very different. Next Friday, we have Seattle. So, you know, we'll probably take a look at that. That's at 6, so I will be home. Maybe. Depends on if I'm going out bowling or something. But then we have Boston on Sunday next week. And I think that's... Is that the majors? I think that is the majors. Right? I don't know. I have no idea. But no, because because this is postseason right here. So no, not yet, not yet. But you know, they're going to Toronto. It was said there. So anyway, thank you all for joining. And if you're watching the VOD after the stream is over, thank you so much for checking it out. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. And to anybody who's here, I'll be stopping this stream and I'll just start it up again to kind of just separate this from other things that I actually want to stream, especially whatever video you linked. I think I'll just fire that up. But until next time, I'm Adam Wolf. This was Call of Duty League, and I'll see you guys later.